Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Table Talk. I'm your host, Jake Combs, and tonight we are opening up the Seraphon Army Box. Now, it has been a couple months, I'm pretty sure, by now, and since it's actually released, but this has been basically collecting dust as we were kind of revamping, changing some things, and getting our studio kind of back into order. So, did get delayed, but it got delayed to the perfect time for you guys. So those of you in the Valley, as you may know, we are sponsored by the folks over at GamesU, and they actually have an amazing deal right now going on. So if you were looking into getting this box, which from what I've seen in the box, it's fantastic. This is actually my first time opening it, but from what I've seen of it, it's going to be great, and they have a great sale going on right now. They have currently 6 boxes in stock still, and right now, anyone that buys it is getting 15% off the price. Now, on top of that, if you purchase any other Seraphon items with it at the same time, you get 10% off of those items too. So, some great savings, especially if you are a Seraphon or Lizardman player, or if you're just looking to, paint some dinos. For me, I've always loved the aesthetic of the Seraphon or Lizardman back when I used to play, and they were some of my favorite models. But part of that is because they're basically walking, talking dinosaurs, and I've always loved dinosaurs. Previous videos show the the Jurassic Park chess set that we got. It should be pretty obvious. I'm a huge dinosaur fan. On top of that, most nerds are. So let's go ahead and open this up. Now, all I've done so far is I've broken the seal already, but let's take a look. All right. So we got our first warrior sprue. We've got a half sprue of the same warriors. I don't remember what these guys are called. They're the main troops. They're not Croxagores, but they're not skinks either. They're just kind of your general rank and file. This is part of the slan or slon that comes with the box. And this sprue is the rest of him. And a lot of detail on him. I've seen him built up close, and it puts, in my opinion, all the previous slan to shame, honestly. Fantastic detail, great looking model. Now, the only thing I've never really liked about the slan is that they look like amphibians, where everybody else looks like reptiles in the army, and like even the skinks. The skinks are kind of like salamanders, which I believe are also amphibians. I could be wrong. It's been so long since I've studied animals and nature and stuff, and my kids haven't really studied that, at least where they needed help. So I could be completely wrong on this. In fact, if I am, please tell me. I would love to know. But I know that frogs are definitely amphibians. The slan definitely look toad-like. So they don't really fit the the lizardmen itself, but the fact that they are kind of scaly and have that look, it works. Next, we have the new mounted units, and it looks like we've got 2 half sprues, which looks like each half sprue is one mount and its rider. And then we have 2 full sprues, which each full sprue appears to be 2 mounts and the riders. So we're looking at, 10 total riders between them. And I'm willing to bet those other 2 sprues. Actually, I'm not sure if you guys can see her in camera, but right now one of our kittens is very curious at these lizards, and if you did see her Her name is Hazel. She is the sweetest cat you've ever seen. Now with these guys, I love the look. I love the mounts themselves. Have so much detail to them. I'm hoping that we see a new set of cold ones, basically to be ridden by the rest of the lizards. And so, just because the old cold one knights, for the dark elves, and now we have Hazel's mother, Moira, is back to visit us again. Hello, kitten. Please move. There we go. And so, like, these ones actually look like actual dinosaurs. I mean, they don't look like any dinosaurs in particular that I'm aware of, but they do look like they would fit as actual dinosaurs, where the cold ones kind of look like, almost like, a mixture of, kind of maybe not necessarily a horse, but kind of like crossing a T-Rex with a horse, really. And that's kind of what you got. And so I'm hoping that we get to see more realistic, kind of more traditional looking dinosaur type models. Like with the one of the Warcry boxes. I can't remember the name of the warband, but it was basically a skink army that had chameleon skinks in it, and they actually had like pterodactyl looking models, or a model. So definitely liking the new aesthetic, hoping that we get to see more of it here soon. Now, with the fact that it's been a while since these have come out and there's been no new releases announced, I doubt we're going to get to see new cold ones this round, but I am hoping for that soon. Then we have our insert, nothing fancy, just the Warhammer logo. And then underneath we have the rule book. We have our bases, which we're going to leave in there. We don't need those out. And then we have our battle scrolls, and then our army cards. And we're going to leave those still wrapped. But let's go ahead and break the seal on this book. Moira, thank you. As you can see, they are very mischievous tonight. All right, so we have our assembly guide. Now here's kind of an overview of the different models that are in the box. So let's see the name of those guys. Just Saurus Warriors. So those guys have always been my favorite kind of rank and file, versus the skinks. The skinks themselves, I mean, they fit the army, but definitely not a huge fan of them. I think it's just because they look more like salamanders than actual dinosaurs. And with the army, I want as many dinosaur-looking pieces as we can get. So there's definitely a lot of big mountain things, the Croxagores as well, that definitely look more ferocious, more dinosaur-like. That I'll definitely be looking to add. All right, so we have a lot of fluff in here. Basically 47 pages worth. On page 48, we start the gallery, so you can see some of the armies, some of the painted ones like Lord Croak. Now this Saurus Scar Veteran on Agrodon, that kind of looks like the Jurassic Park Velociraptor, and I definitely want one. The Saurus Old Blood on Carnosaur absolutely looks fantastic. That model's been around for a while now. We just haven't gotten around to getting it on our own and painting it up. But the Agrodons themselves, I really like the look of those mounted troops. The Haunters of Wanchi. That's the Warcry warband I was talking about before. Just a lot of cool stuff in here, like, and then here the Terror Wings is what they're called, instead of pterodactyls. I like that with the, and then we have the Ripperdactyl, Pterodon Riders. So, you know, lots of opportunities for more stuff to come out for sure. But, you know, definitely hoping we see more soon. But I would not count on it just because of the number that we got. And it seems to be, you know, with each army release that they're doing just a few new units or a few, you know, new versions of units. And then, you know, that's kind of it for a while, besides like a new model here and there. And, you know, the fact that they're kind of going all in on the Cities of Sigmar with the current event. And then totally forgot about these guys. I don't. The Thunder Lizards. I mean, basically, essentially a multi-horn Triceratops looking thing. Absolutely look fantastic. I would love to paint some of those guys up. Now, one piece of terrain I've always wanted is the. And we're going to find it in here in just a minute. At least I think we are. The Realm Shaper engines. So here are the rules for it. And then, so I always wanted to paint one of those. But when I actively started searching for one to see if maybe we could do a trade at one of the mercenary markets at Games U, nobody had one. Well, actually, one guy had one, and he actually traded it about 10 minutes before I actually came over to look to see if anyone had one. And so I missed my chance on that. And that was a few mercenary markets ago. And so, you know, from there, you know, kind of missed out on that chance. But with the most recent Warcry box that's actually been released, that one actually did come with a Realm Shaper engine terrain piece as part of it. And so I'm definitely going to be using that as mine. So definitely looking forward to that. And but definitely looking forward to giving these guys some time and getting them painted up. Love the look of the new Seraphon. Now, the Seraphon name itself, personally, I don't like it, but that's just because, you know, I've been around since these guys first were released as Lizardmen, and, you know, so it's just, it's kind of like the Astra Militarum versus Imperial Guard too, you know. It's so hard to get past that old name, but you know, eventually I'll probably get there. But at least, you know, around my community, around my groups, you know, nobody bats an eye if I call them Lizardmen. So gonna be hard to break that when everyone's so understanding, because most of them do it too. And, you know, so definitely something to get used to. Great looking models, can't wait. And then don't forget about that sale going on at Games U right now. Like I said, they have 6 of these boxes. If you buy one of those at 15% off, and then you also pick up some other Seraphon, you are getting an additional 10% off of those items. So definitely worth checking out. But that's it for today. Thank you guys as always for watching, and I will catch you next time.